Hello friends, welcome back to Candy's Crafty Closet. I had so much fun smashing that 6x8 paper pad the retro summer that I wanted to try to smash a big one. So I had this beach house collection and I hadn't made anything from it. It was untouched and I tried my best to kill this paper pad. It was a beautiful, beautiful set. You can see all these beautiful patterns that was in this one. And I wish I would have recreated this. This is so cool. I maybe could with my scraps, but I got pretty close to smashing this. All I have left is I have a little bit of the words. There was 2 pages of these words, so I have almost a full page of those. I have a few of this page that is pretty big, and then some other random little scraps and some little bits. But this is pretty close to being done and I can use this on something else. So let me show you all the beautiful things that I made out of this Beach House by DCWV. I got this before Joann's went out of business. May she rest in peace. Oh. So let's start off with something really, really simple. This was not the first thing I made, but I got really excited about learning how to do spiral notebooks, and so I made these. I'm going to make some bigger versions of these and some better versions, but this was my like little quick, like I'm learning what I'm doing little version for these. And they just have like some notebook paper, some colored cardstock, and some beautiful vellum throughout them. Just some simple little notebooks. So I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. I was just learning how to do the spiral, so I did not do a process video on these, and I literally did these with my hands, not with a cinch or anything. And these are a 3 by 1 pitch and not a 2 by 1 like the cinch does. So I had to do my own pattern and everything for these. I am going to do a process video in case you buy the wrong size and like can't figure out how to use them. They're still usable, but we didn't do that in this video. But one day we will do a process video for these. I made some very, very quick cards with the journaling cards. I loved this wood grain here, and so I just did beach please, and then happiness is barefoot on the beach, and then peace, love, and sandy feet. Just some very simple cards in case they bought something from this collection and they wanted to make it a gift. They could throw in a card. And I have enough scraps. I could probably make some more cards. The first thing I started with was actually these little memory keeper journals. I was so excited to do like a toned down version of the big junk journals. So each one of these, they have a pocket on the front that you could put whatever you wanted to, and I figured that this could be like a little photo album, a memory keeper. And so this here, you know, you can put your photo here, pull this down, and there is a little card there, and then you have a big pocket here. These are where you can get a picture underneath just a little bit, where you can make it look, you know, like it was meant to be in there. I have some regular white computer paper, some lined pages, another little tuck, a big deep pocket. This one does not come with all the journaling cards. It's just a really simple memory keeper. Some brown paper. Comes with a beautiful center image. Another piece of paper with a pocket and a tuck. Beautiful tucks on this page as well. One there as well. And then you have a pocket here. So at the end of showing you all the items, I am going to show you a process video for this. So I got 6 little mini journals out of this paper, and I was so thrilled with that. And then I made this one, and I'm going to have to switch out this size rings for this one because it is just busting open, but I think it's so cute. I am going to do a process video of another version of this one, but very similar, in a different video, but it'd be too long if we did it all in this one. But we'll do a quick little flip through. Whoop. this vellum. It's supposed to be over there, and same thing, you can tuck underneath these. And there is a card here as well. So we have some lined pages for note taking, some beautiful vellum. This here, you could put a card here and have your little paper clip. And when you pull this off, it releases this. We have a belly band, a little tuck, and then some more places for photos or whatever you would like to put there. And then we just put our little paper clip back. Some pretty sparkly paper, some more lined paper, some more little tags. I had a lot of fun making this little album. I think it's really cute. So I made this one. This is the one that you will see a process video of. I don't like the paper as much, and I did the pockets a little bit different, but pretty much the same. That's that beautiful vellum. Same concept of the tucks, but I forgot the pocket on this one. Some note-taking area, your vellum. You can put all your photos here. I think I changed up the pockets just a little bit in this area for this one. Some more note-taking area. Some more cute little cards. A little card right there. Very cute. And then, oh, and you can see on this one, I got the larger size rings. So I think I'm going to just switch it out to the larger ones. And then we made these. They don't have quite as many flips and flaps, but they have a pocket on the front. They're all made pretty much the same. This one has a journaling card here, a flip here, and then you have some more journaling cards. You have your little paper clip there. Your note-taking area, there's another paper clip here that holds this flap and your card there. And also it holds on your card back here. A little bit more simple. And this one is the same concept. So we'll just quickly go through that one. I love this water paper. It was so pretty. The final thing I made with this paper, because I was so tired of it by this point, I decided to just go ahead and make a journal from it. I did have to pull in some paper from another collection. So this and the inside cover is from a different collection, but everything else I'm pretty sure is from this one. So I just did some rough burlap on the front. I took a sticker and just lined it in this like juke twine to make it look more beachy. I put a little charm up here that is removable, and it has a beautiful shell on it and a gem. I thought that was so pretty. See it sparkling? We put some gold corners on this. And if you want a full in-depth flip through of this one, I will do it off screen. But there is a little photo album in this one. Lots of pages. You can take all of your memories and stick it in the little pockets and everything. There is envelopes in this one. See, there's envelopes where you can put what you want to keep in them. This really cool mermaid image. I thought she was so pretty. This was a more simple journal, but I wanted to get this done quickly because I want to take this to the coffee shop, I think. If you don't see this one on my website, it is at my local coffee shop. Yeah, I really enjoyed making this more toned down little journal. But it turned out really cute, just really simple. Hopefully someone likes all of these beachy creations and snags them up for their beach getaways, because I think they are just so cute. Now we're going to get into the in-depth tutorial of how to make this simple little folio memory keeper journal. I was thinking that these could be like little memory keepers for your summer getaways. So each of them, like their little cards and stuff, are themed to like the saying on the front. And I made some like little photo tucks that I'm going to show you. So I did put all of our stuff that we're going to be needing inside of this book, but this here, all I did was take a piece and mat it, and I stuck my line underneath, and this is actually the very first one I did. All the rest of them, I did it on the back and then covered it in the lace because I didn't like the way the puckering looked, and then the front was just loose. Now this is a pocket up here, so you could put something in there, but like I said, this is the first one I did, and I was like, I don't like that. So we are going to put some lace around this at the very, very end. But I figured that they could put a picture here and then like write their little sentiment and maybe put another picture here. And then there is going to be a pocket. We'll show you as we go through. We're not going to do a flip through. But the first thing we're going to do is take this here and score it. I want to get a mini scoreboard where I don't have to use this big honking thing all the time. So I just came in and scored it at 1/2 inch. You could score it wherever you wanted to make it work for your card. And then I did come in and round the corners just because I liked that look better, but your lace actually ends up covering a good bit of it. So you're going to lay that in your book so that when you flip it down, your word is going to be going the right way. I did one of mine because it does look better to have a flip up, but then your word is upside down. So we need to be flipping up this way. We need it to where we have clearance all the way around. So about right there. So I just want to make it where this is going to have a pretty little thing of lace on it. So we're going to need about that much. And I like how it looks with the lace hanging over a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. And I want it hanging this way. Okay, this should be dry enough that we can mess with it. I'm going to turn this upside down just so y'all can see. I'm going to put a generous amount of glue along the bottom here. I love art glitter glue, but she gets clogged a lot. This word right here is too big to fit, but on all of them I just chose a long word, cut it down, rounded all the corners, and then we are going to make these like little photo tucks by not gluing them all the way down. So on this one, the one that'll go on the bottom, I'm gonna glue the bottom half, leaving the top half open. You can go a little bit more than half. We're gonna go down here at the bottom, making sure you're not too close to that center fold or it will make it come up. On the top one, we're going to glue the top half, just like this, a little bit more than half, and glue that up here. Ooh, it is almost too long. So we're gonna bring it right to the edge, just a little bit poking around like that. And once that dries, you can come in with your picture and kind of stick it underneath this, and then you can glue it down the rest of the way where it will look like you made this book yourself, like it's totally meant to hold your pictures, which it is. Okay, after that, the next sheet we are going to come to is this one here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to take one of these little word bits. These all came with the collection. There was a whole page of just these little bits of words. We're going to glue the bottom section where you can tuck in. And put it about right there. Relax. Then I want to come in, you don't have to do this, but I want to round this corner and these two. This is for my pocket. Now this is the other version that you could do. Instead of having this still connected like I did with that first pocket, you can just like cut a little notch out and you can have your two pockets. We're going to glue these on. Now we have that pocket. We have some mixed media pages. You can choose whatever pages you want for the rest of them. And then we have this pretty image. When we come to this pocket, same thing. We're going around the corners. And once you get all of your supplies together, and if you're mass making these like I was, this goes pretty fast. Because if you know what you're going to do already, that takes a lot of the time out. I don't know about y'all, but I sit there and I just stare at my paper project for a good while. Like, it's part of the process. And then once you get that out of the way, you can just really go for it. Since that is still very wet, I'm going to pull that page out while we put on this side of our little word. We're going to do love. And you could choose to do it at the top or the bottom. I just figured that bottom pictures would probably work better. So let's do a majority of them bottom. Put that right there. Whoop. About in the same place as relax. And there's a few more mixed media pages, and then we come back to this one. I'm going to just set that aside because it is a little bit wet. I don't want to end up sticking it down. So that goes for that one. Hello Paradise is not going to fit. So same thing, we're going to have to cut her down and make a double. And these little corner rounders, they come in a whole bunch of different varieties. If you get you a few of them, like, you can spice up your stuff so much just by having a little scalloped edge, and it just makes things look a lot cleaner. So hello will go on the top. So we'll do the top part of that one. Gonna go about right there. Using those anchors to help line us up. And then Paradise, bottom half. About right there. We're going to turn this over and glue up the other side of our pocket. Let's round this corner really fast. I'm just going to come in and do glue down the side of that pocket. And you see that the middle is loose. You could glue that if you wanted to. I just leave mine. So it doesn't affect the way it works. Now, isn't that pretty? Now we are going to put this one in the back. Now this one you could put down here, you could put up here, wherever you would like. I'm going to choose to put it up here in this corner. And I am going to do it in the same way as the rest of them, just in case they were expecting it to be so. Or they could put a small picture or something up here. Let's round this corner too. Can I still get in there? Yeah. Okay, just like that better. And then this here, we are going to do a big tuck right there. But I am going to come in and I'm going to round these two edges. I almost did it wrong. And scallop these two edges. And then we glue that in. You see that little bit of scallop detail. And I am going to make it where there's a little bit of border all the way around. So we're going to glue 3 sides of this for our pocket. We're going to bring in all the rest of our pages, and now it is time to cinch this together. Where did we put our string? Now I know that y'all have probably seen this multiple times, but you get your string. I'm using this like khaki color string, so I thought it would go well with the beach. And you do 3 lengths of your project, and that is how long you need your string. And you could pin this. I'm not going to pin it because there are so few pages. So I'm just going to pick it all up in my hands, squish it together because all my pages are the same length. And so they should all just nestle nicely. Make sure that middle page is about middle. Make sure we are laying it in the book the correct way. Beach house, my pocket, that pocket, everything is the right way. My lined paper is the right way. We're going to put it inside the book where there's a little bit showing on the top and the bottom. And then I'm not even going to measure anything. We're going to bury our awl in the middle. Make sure that we get at least a little bit of that page. Bury it about 1 inch from each side. Used to, I would not do anything without a measurement. Now we go rogue a lot of the times because our confidence is up, and sometimes that bites us in the buttocks. Oh, wait a minute. We need to do our lace because this runs through our lace. We're going to do this piece here. It should be long enough, so really quickly, before we finish that, we're going to glue this on. Let's get our fabric tack. We want it right there. And then I'm going to go beside it, on it, and the other side. Now with the rest of them, I did not use fabric tack because it wasn't on the outside of this. I just used glue. It's really simple. We should have found the middle of our ribbon. So let's do that really fast. That's about middle of our ribbon. So we're going to bring our ribbon up and cover up that rope, just because it's not the prettiest, but we wanted it incorporated. And just where this stays, where we can continue working, I'm going to clip it here. Oops, our pages fell out. We just made ourselves more work than we had to do just because we forgot that step. It's fine. It is all fine. Push them back together. Okay. So, where we just came out of that hole, I want to catch that lace. So go through your lace, just in case it does start to come loose. It's not going to come off right there. Make sure that you are not pulling your string all the way through on the inside. And now we get to find out how misaligned our pages are. Probably pretty misaligned. Oh, look, we went right through. I can't believe that.
After we come in through that top hole, we're going to go all the way down to the bottom hole. Oh, that one's not going to slip right through. See, we got cocky. Oh. Okay, now we're through. Pull. We're going to go back through that center hole. Go through your lace. Look underneath the lace and find your hole. Oh, we're going to have to do some maneuvering. Alright, I found my hole. Back up through the center. Then we're going to go to the top hole. And see how we've caught that ribbon now? It is good and secure to our book. Back through that center hole. I like to go underneath my string so I have a tail on either side. So I'm capturing the center string. And did I just do a double knot? Or did I do, we did a bow. So let's do a bow. 1, 2, and then a bow. Okay. And then trim that off. We're gonna go back and check our lace and make sure that we are glued on back here. We went a little like wah, didn't we? But it's okay because it comes out at the exact same point as this one. So it works, it's fine. We are going to be happy with it. So there's our little booklet that we did with our little flip down place for a picture. Now you could put more decorations if you would like to. This is just what I am going with. There are places to put your memorabilia, places to do long form journaling if you would like. Pretty seashells to inspire your beach walk. Plenty of places to stick all of your photos. And plenty of pockets. So isn't that cute for your little weekend getaway, for a little memory keeper? I just love it. And now this piece of ribbon is so perfectly lengthed, I guess. I wonder if this is the one I actually meant for it. So this one we're going to have to tie on the side because of the way that that rope is glued underneath our page. We're just going to tie it to the side. And then these are a bit too long, so I am going to snip them. No telling where my lighter is though. I don't know, but I'll have to come in and burn these ends because they fray pretty badly. You can see I did already burn those. So I'll have to come in with my lighter and just singe those just a little bit. But there is our beach book. Oh my gosh, it was a very long week of all of the beach paper, but I am so happy to finally be done and to have all of these new products made from this beautiful paper. If you want this collection, it is called Beach House by DCWV. You can still find it online, but it is a lot more pricey now that Joann's has gone out of business. Oh, it is so very sad. I don't know where we're going to get paper if Hobby Lobby ever leaves us because Michael's is just too dang expensive. But I hope that you enjoyed seeing everything that I could get from this 12 by 12 pad today. I think that we did a pretty good job smashing this. I'm going to call it a success. If you would like to play along with us and smash some paper stashes as well, use hashtag paper stash smash. I will put it right here. I will put it right here. And you can play along with us or search that and you can see all of the other people that are doing this here on YouTube. There are so many great ideas and it is just so much more than just, you know, like journaling pages and cards. And we got so much. You can't even see our cards. They're just buried under here. So we got 4 little albums. We got a full journal,
3 cards, 6 memory keeper journals, and 6 spiral notebooks out of that 12 by 12 pad. I am so very thrilled to be done with this paper and so very thrilled to have all of these in my possession. This one right here, I just want to stroke her for a little bit before she goes away to her forever home because I think she's so pretty. I'm so glad the way the cover of that one turned out. Join me in my next videos for more creations and more inspiration. Bye guys.